Stop letting social media run your relationships. Instead of building up a relationship, they see something on social media and think they need to get there tomorrow.
To the game we play, I lost them. I think about it all the time. Was it worth what it cost it? Was it worth when you bought it? Did it hurt when you lost it? Did it hurt?
What it do, man? It's your boy Marquise Voss. You are now tapped back into the Modern King podcast featuring my boy
Keon.
You know what I'm saying? And we back another one. DJ Khaled. God didn't believe in us, but God did. You know what I'm saying? So God blessed us with the opportunity to be back for episode 3, man. So we just wanted to take this time to get y'all some more content. I know we didn't took probably 2 weeks off, so we gonna make this a good one. But we also want to switch it up on this one. We got a new segment that we're gonna drop on this one. But yeah, man, Keon, you want to tell everybody what today's first topic is, man?
Pride. Definitely pride is the devil. We're a little too prideful out here, I ain't gonna lie. And it's either we're too prideful or some is not prideful enough.
Right. So when you and I know before when we was planning these when we was planning this one out, what made you? Because you was the one who brought that up that we should use that. What's the main reason why you wanted to talk about that? Like, what was the main thing that kind of inspired you to speak on it?
So with the way it's affecting people's relationships and the way it's affecting men out here, like there's certain things men are doing based off of their pride or their ego.
Right.
And if you set that aside, they don't realize we'll become better.
Man, yeah, I feel like I ain't gonna lie. Like the pride thing is something that I've been kind of actually having personal conversations with people about that, and I feel like for me, I didn't, me and you kind of talked about this before, but you don't realize how much pride affects you until you kind of get older and more mature.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was younger, the pride kind of kick in. Number one, like sports, you know what I'm saying? When we be competing, talking crazy, even talking about sports itself. But the most toxic way that people or men use their pride is when it comes to like relationships, you know what I mean? And I feel like when you so prideful in your relationship, you kind of stopping you and your partner from going. Because, for example, men, we like to be prideful in with the submission word. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the biggest pride we got. We feel like if a woman ain't submitting to us, and now our ego is hurt, and now we feel like we got to do all of that aggressive stuff and kind of overcompensate. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest. That's something we got to let go of.
Do you feel like you have a person let pride affect your dating experience?
That's a good question. Have I let it mess up my personal? In what ways? What you mean?
So debates, interacting with females, like just certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a good or bad. Like my pride told me to never let women hold the door. I mean, hold the door.
That's actually a good one. That's a good version of it though. So, but for me, I would say when it comes to with the type of woman, how she look. That's the I feel like you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's probably the biggest piece of man. Look at you done did it already. We just got started, Keon. That's actually been the biggest thing I've been struggling with in my life, Keon. Modern Kings podcast, we here, man, trying to expose myself again. But like that's been the biggest thing I've been struggling with and I feel like for me, that's probably been one of the biggest things holding me back from getting in a relationship is I'm so my pride is like, man, she gotta look a certain way, she gotta feel a certain way, even a certain body type, you know what I mean? That's one of the biggest challenges I have had in the past, man, because like I said, I used to envision myself as like Trey Songz 2.0, so I'm like, man, I just can't have any kind of, you know what I mean? And I'm real image conscious too, so like that's kind of one of my flaws, and it's a good thing at the same time. But yeah, it has messed me up in the past, because I can say from personal experience, man, once again, is that in the past I've lost out or probably might have looked over good women that I've dated because I was so prideful. I'm, man, does she really fit my image that I want to have? You know how we always say we got to have a nice piece on our side. Yeah. So, in the back of my mind, that has ruined a lot of dating experiences subconsciously, and I didn't realize it until after. I was like, dang, I really am real prideful when it comes to like the image of a woman, and she got to have a certain something. So that's something I had to work on. I'm not as bad as I was, but I'm still struggling with that now. What about you?
No, not really. I say it affects me being in a relationship more than my dating experience. As far as like conversations with me and my girl, how we go back and forth. Sometimes I could be the bigger person and let it go, but my pride is always gonna let me throw in a quick little jab.
Oh my God, yeah,
Like,
you good at that too.
Yeah,
you be doing
I got
subtle,
it bad.
you be doing subtle jabs too. Sometimes you be like, yeah, you know, you could have let me did this. You bring it up,
Yeah,
you throw it in there.
yeah. Like, I don't know. I just can't let certain things go, but I am working on it. And it's not bad. It's not like anything malicious or anything.
Right.
It's just certain little jabs right there.
Has your girl ever like called you out on it? Like she identified, she said, you know, you kind of prideful. She ever said that, or like?
She better not. No,
Oh man.
yeah, but she does the same thing. We both understand that we both do the same thing. So it's something we're both working on. So if you got two people's gonna keep throwing jabs, then when the haymaker gonna come?
Yeah,
man, I'm coming with it. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Who got pride worse out of y'all two?
Definitely me. I don't know. It's not by much though. It is not by much. Even right there.
Yeah,
but it's not by much.
Man, yeah, because you kind of up there. You a Leo too, man.
Yeah.
What's her sign?
She a Virgo.
Okay, Virgo.
Yeah, they're very prideful. Kobe was a Virgo.
For real?
Yeah, Kobe was. Leo/Virgo is like August 24th.
Man, I've been learning a lot about them Virgos and yeah, man. Specifically women Virgos, because you know that's one of the things I do too in my time. I always study, especially in my dating experience. One of the things I like to do is I like to study zodiac signs, but not just the general one. I learned that it's more effective when you study a specific zodiac sign for a woman or a man. So me, I'm a Libra, so I'll say Libra man compatibility with that sign and that woman. So, but one thing I learned about Virgo women is that they real mind conscious, real heavy mental. So like, cause I've dated a Virgo woman before, and one of the things, the reason why we so compatible is like, cause we real logical, you know what I'm saying? Just like me, I'm a Libra, so like I think about everything. So I can see how that can conflict with you, cause she probably be overthinking a lot. Yeah. And then I know you a Leo, so you got a lot of personal on it. So was that something that y'all struggled with in the beginning, trying to figure out how to balance? With the pride stuff?
Not even in the beginning. In the beginning, everything is always peachy.
Yeah, the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, it's during when you get comfortable and stuff. You like, all right, I'm finna throw a little jab back. All right. She throwing back. I'm finna throw these haymakers in a minute. Right. So, yeah, stuff we both working on. Again, it ain't malicious. It's just it's funny. It's funny at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. What's been your worst experience with pride? What situation has pride got you in the most trouble?
Relationship or just in general?
In life, period. Like the moment in your life to where you was like, man, if I would have took my pride out of it, that would have never happened.
I know I keep bringing this up, but getting hurt in the gym. It's certain if someone's showing me a new exercise and they got like a lot amount of weight on it, I'm still gonna try that same exercise with the same weight they're doing.
Yeah, you do that all the time. With me in the gym, I be like, Keanu, he actually a little bit buffer for a reason. I be trying to tell you,
I don't know what you talking about.
That ain't the one, man.
Yeah, just like with deadlift, I threw my lower back out.
Trying to keep up with Ron, who actually is coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we ain't gonna say too much. But
I still got it. I'm just saying, boy. I felt that little tingle, boy. It was over with.
Man, yeah. Break that situation down. That's a good example to people. Who don't know.
I hate deadlifting because I can never get the form right. So we was deadlifting, and I think he had like 225 on there, maybe a little bit more. And, you know, I just see him.
Who you was lifting with?
Ron.
Okay.
We're going back and forth. So he was doing it. I'm doing mine. So I was probably doing it wrong the whole time. He's still doing his. He's adding more weight. I said, no. He tried to take the weight off on me. He tried to take the weight off.
Oh, man. And keep this in mind, Ron is taller and much buffer than Keon. So
when I
train with them too, I said, man, y'all got it. I take the weight back.
Ron ain't that much buffer. Ron ain't that much buffer.
All right. You got
I feel like I got him.
Pride once again is activated right in front of us. When he perform, when you have money right in front of him. Oh, bro.
He ain't that big, all right?
Okay, see? Yeah, you actually is a pride master now that I'm thinking about it. That's one of your favorite lines until you be like, no, I'm nice. That's probably why you like Kobe Bryant a lot.
It probably is. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It got me in a lot of few situations, but yeah.
That's a good analogy I got to break down.
So we're going back and forth and stuff, and you put on 220. It's like 2 plates on there, I believe. So he did it. I did it. little sting.
Yeah, the first
So,
one you did. The first
Yeah,
set,
as
first
soon
rep?
as I lifted, sting. I'm like, bro, what the hell? I thought I ripped some.
How much was you lifting when it happened?
225. This is 225. 2 plates.
And that's different on deadlifting
Deadlifting,
than it is
yeah.
bench.
Benching, yeah, I can bench that easily. I gotta add that up in there.
Pride is the devil.
But yeah, boy, I felt that little sting. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and chill out. And it was early in the morning. That was a morning session. Throughout the day, it started getting worse and worse. Like, I'm trying to stretch and stuff. You know, again, I'm probably if I don't like hospitals, so I don't go to hospitals unless it's something extreme.
That's the next segue. I like how you did that.
Yeah, so I'm sitting down. I said, my lower back hurt.
And you already been dealing with back problems that you should have got checked out a long time ago, but pride is the devil.
And then I knew it was over with because I sneezed. And boy, it was the worst thing I ever felt, boy. Off a sneeze, boy.
Oh my God, bro.
Boy, I'm telling you, dog. I was down there punching the air. I said so many cuss words in the air. Yeah, so shout out my girlfriend. She took me to the hospital.
Finally. See, look at the support of a relationship. When you got a good woman in your life, fellas, she will support you through thick and thin and through pride. Amen. Yeah, and the biggest thing I want to talk about too that you brought up is like, especially as men, when you said I didn't want to go to the hospital, that's one of the ways that, man, that's a generational thing and a culture thing specifically in black people. Like, we, specifically men, we got a lot of pride when it comes to our health. They might have clicked off on that part, but like specifically older people, because that's where they come from. You know, that mentality of that old school mentality. Even if we do a basketball analogy, Isaiah Thomas, when the old Isaiah Thomas, the reason why he didn't come out the game, he literally then broke his ankle, kept playing. You know what I'm saying? Scottie Pippen, he also then broke his back, still played.
Kobe, when he tore his Achilles, he tried to tell the trainer, can he go back in?
Kobe pride was his pride was through the roof, like. But keep this in mind, if we do that basketball analogy, because Kobe was so prideful, he was one of the most injured superstars ever because he didn't, you know, and his pride also made him go harder in the gym than he was supposed to. And then that's another thing, too, for a background. Kobe and Michael Jordan had the same trainer. But the greatest question that people always ask they trainer is that what was the difference between Kobe and Jordan? The thing that stood out to me, or actually that's what his trainer said. He said the biggest thing that stood out between Kobe and Jordan is that Jordan knew when enough was enough. He knew when to slow down. But Kobe's problem was, man, I got to be like him. So I'm going to go hard. I'm doing extra hours in the gym, getting there 5 hours before, going hard in practice, staying after, and then I'm going in the game. So he actually destroyed his body, which to another point, too, we both can agree his career would have been much longer if he wouldn't have went so hard in training and gave himself more time to, like, recover. If Kobe would have never, if he would have really worked on that, that definitely could have saved his career, man. So that's another piece of advice that we want to give y'all, man. It's like, do not allow your pride to be the reason why you break your body down, break your mental down. That's why we always keep talking about, man, take care of your mental health. Especially if you're a man who's single, you really gotta, because one of the things that we fail on as men is that we wait until we get in a relationship to use that as an excuse to get ourselves right. You know what I mean? But we gotta take away our pride before the person and really take time to really get it, you know, get ourselves in order and really go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Get your, get your vitals done and get checkups, because you know if we do that, we can avoid a lot of health issues. Especially, you know, that's how we get a lot of prostate cancer and all of that stuff. Chadwick Boseman, I think, might have dealt with something related to prostate cancer or something like that. So ain't nobody an exception. So this is actually a perfect transition, man. We want to actually introduce a brand new segment, you know what I mean? But we officially calling this segment Modern King Sport. We want to appreciate y'all for joining this part of the episode. If you stayed tapped in long enough, this is a brand new segment to where one of the things we want to do on Modern Kings is appeal to, you know, to the men. You know, and one of the biggest things, like we talked about, pride. A big part of pride is sports. So
yeah, barbershop talk.
Yeah, man. So this is for the fellas out there and even the women who into sports. You know what I mean? But we're gonna start doing this segment for different guests that we have who are into sports, and really start tapping in, man. So Keon, go ahead, jump us off, man. I know we just talked about it a little bit, but I just want to say I'm a LeBron fan. LeBron my favorite player, the GOAT. But tell people how you feeling, man.
I
Tell
wanna
people how
say,
you feel about LeBron too, King. Before we get started.
I mean, everybody knows I'm not a LeBron fan. Lakers is my favorite team. Lakers has always been
Oh
my
my
favorite team.
God.
So just to have the number one player who I'm not a fan of come and join that team was just crazy.
Ooh, oh my
Um,
God. Some of the best karma I ever seen. It gotta be. And I want to say this too, Keon. Keon, I love it. That's why I'm glad we added this segment, baby, because we gonna be like Skip and Shannon on this mud. But he said, Skip, I can't even get going on the.
He
Go
said
ahead,
every
Skip.
time I
Go
try
ahead,
to
Jim.
talk, every time I try to start a monologue.
But yeah, man, that was the biggest piece of karma that I'm glad Keon got to swallow, because I was like, man, LeBron is the greatest, and then he always saying he weak. I said you really would have been mad if Kyle Lowry would have came to the Lakers too.
Yeah, oh boy, I probably dislike him more than Bron. I ain't gonna lie.
That's scary, bro. But I was telling Keon, I said, isn't it so funny how the man you hate on the most was the man who revamped and brought your franchise back to life.
I wouldn't say he did all that.
Yeah,
We wasn't never a dying franchise. Like,
go ahead.
see, and that's the thing with LeBron fans. Like, they think he revamped something. We was never dying.
So all right, okay.
Like, so we had a couple bad years, but we had young talent, and look at all of them what they became when they left. And we try to get them back. We just brought one back. That's a chip.
So do you believe, because the reason why we brought this up is because Bron just became the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Do you believe? I'm gonna ask you this: how impressive is that? From your opinion, just for what the game has always been.
I ain't gonna handle it. It's very impressive, and he has an iconic moment when that moment is like perfect. When he asks his kid, "Should I get it?" I'm gonna go get it.
Killed it with
Yeah,
that
he said,
one.
he said,
went
"Should I get
crazy
it?"
with
All
that.
right, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, he
Like,
killed it
that's
with that one.
crazy.
Yeah, that was. He was like, "Yeah,
But
16. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I should go for it.
I should go for it. But yeah, he got it. Congratulations to LeBron. It's crazy he got it on the loss. I gotta add mine.
Yeah, that was right. But yeah, man, I feel like for the me personally, I feel like with LeBron becoming number one all-time scorer, I don't feel like it do nothing too crazy, but record-wise, that locks him in, because that's the thing too, is like Bron got probably the most records out of any superstar in them categories. Like, yeah, for people who don't know, where you got LeBron ranked at all time, which number you got him? This people don't know how you feel about him, Keon, so I'll break it down for him.
He's behind, D-Lo and Brandon Ingram and them. So, my bad. He's like on my all-time list. He's like right there with Tristan Thompson. Like, they're friends and stuff, huh?
They're like top 20, 10. What you got?
That's like, if I start naming people before I get to Tristan Thompson, that's like 1,000.
Or I mean, if you just
I was about to say it'll be too hard. I can't focus on the order right now. So Kobe Jordan.
Let's do our top 10.
So Kobe Jordan, Tim, Dirt. No, not Dirt.
Or just
Shaq. Like, these are just people I have over LeBron. Curry. I said Larry, Scotty, Jordan, Kobe. Dirt. And then probably LeBron. Probably got that 10.
My top 5, I got LeBron, Jordan, and then I say Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson, and then for the 5, I go with Shaq. You know what I mean? Because
Kobe's not top 5.
Yeah. Now, like I said, this is me just going off of, like, once again, Kobe not the best at his position. Michael Jordan, nobody in the history of the game gonna say Kobe Bryant better than
me.
Michael Jordan. I mean, like I said, personal opinion. But if you look at for all the 5 people I named, Tim Duncan, that's kind of easy at power forwards. Magic, that's easy. Jordan, that's easy. LeBron, that's easy. And Shaq, you can argue it, but the dominance that Shaq did, that's how I look at it. So
I don't know. I got Hakeem as the greatest center ever.
Yeah, but if I'm going off of all-around skill, I say Hakeem too. Trade deadline, you know what I'm saying? We had a whole bunch of. I put them up even if you want to look at them on your on IG. But what was the craziest trade at the trade deadline? What's the number one? What's the number one biggest?
I ain't gonna lie, it was the D-Lo until KD. Again, I'm a big Lakers fan, so D'Lo's my boy. I was mad we traded him, but we got him back. That's a chip right there, D'Lo. LeBron get on my back. But nah, KD going to Phoenix was crazy. I'm gonna name some teams. You gonna say better, same, or worse? Due to the trade. Lakers.
Theirs kind of. The album's kind of weird, but I would say they definitely because they got Bamba too.
Okay, yeah, for Patrick
so
Beverly.
they got Bamba, so they got a big and they got shooters, so I would say they definitely got better. You just do top three.
Just do Dallas.
With the Kyrie stuff, I feel like that one was another 50-50 because you got the star power,
So
but you lack defense.
So that was the same.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of really gonna be the same, just more exciting.
Phoenix.
And then that one definitely was obviously better because the fact that you Danner kept the same team and you added Kevin Durant, that's a force. But yeah, to agree with you, man, I feel like that is the biggest one that happened. You know what I mean? That Kevin Durant stuff is gonna be interesting to see, because that's scary, bro. Like when you got Kevin Durant, oh my God, you got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, who can give you 50 whenever they want to. Then you got one of the greatest point guards of all time. Once again, because we forgot to bring him up when we talk about the point guards, but Chris Paul, that's obvious top 5. You know what I mean? Point guards all time, and then you got one of the best big men in the league. Rel be hating on him, but I love DeAndre Ayton. Shout out my boy Chris if you watching this. DeAndre Ayton, I got 2 chips on 2K My League with Ayton. Finally, what you got for the Super Bowl predictions, man?
Well, I got the Chiefs.
Chiefs and the Eagles. That's gonna be good, man.
I feel like the only NFC team that had the chance to.
That's gonna be great.
And the only NFC team that had the chance of winning was 49, healthy Niners and Cowboys. But they couldn't stay healthy.
I used to be an Eagles fan too. I fell off of the NFL for a while, but I was an Eagles fan when it was who was it? We had Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy. That was my Eagles era. Was that Michael Vick or was that Donovan McNabb? Yeah, so that was my Eagles time. But and they won even after that. And then now this their third time. But my pick, I would say off of experience, I'm gonna lean on the Chiefs just because Patty Mahomes is crazy.
Yeah,
we gonna put the stats on the screen too, man. It's gonna be a good one. And we filmed this before the Super Bowl, so by the time this dropped, the Super Bowl will have been over. So like I said, if we do we're gonna do an incentive. If you going Chiefs 100%.
I'm going Chiefs 100%.
I'm gonna go Eagles. You know what I'm saying? If Eagles win, Keon, we gonna do a calisthenics challenge. We gonna do a gym challenge of some sort.
No, I bet.
So we'll put that as episode 2. But I'm gonna put Keon through some calisthenics training.
Easy.
And then Keon will put me, of course, through some weight training. I would assume. Yeah. Man. But that concluded for our first ever, Modern King sports segment. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. For more to come as the sports world continue to take off, and we might even add like a celebrity version or something like that.
Yeah,
start talking about them topics, even though we ain't gossip or into people. But, it's always cool, especially with music.
Yeah,
might be just a music one, but yeah, man. So to close it out, we just gonna drop some bonus tips on y'all before we close out today's episode, man. So, Keon, what's some bonus tips you want to give to the people?
Stop letting social media run your relationships. Instead of building up a relationship, they see something on social media and think they need to get there tomorrow. Like, so they could freshly be in the dating phase and will see a status of like vacation in a whole different state or country and be like, they need to do that tomorrow. Like, damn, do you even know this person? Like, is this someone you want to go out of town with? Is this somebody you could be living with each other out of town and stuff? Like, do you know how they're going to act and all that? So they see certain goals, things, and rush their own relationships instead of building to it.
Reality.
Yeah, instead of building to it, they rush it.
Man, yeah, I feel like that's important too, because like that's the sad part, and that's one of the things. That's why it's important, man. Make sure you take a social media fast. Social media cleanse, like to the people out there who watching. I had to do the same thing. Even for me, I might delete apps at a time, delete a Facebook or Instagram. But also, don't have so many social media apps on your phone. That's a trick that I do. I only have Instagram and Facebook, I don't do TikTok, Twitter, and Snapchat. Because now your mind is clouded and you constantly checking the internet, but you're not checking your own life. So I feel like that's real important, man. Like, definitely make sure you take that time to cleanse.
I mean, I use social media as entertainment. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't care about the status and all of that. Like, if I see something funny, a funny meme, funny videos, like I've shared it all the time and like them and save them, or motivational quotes or something I want to use in the gym.
Have you ever been fallen victim to the social media influence
What you mean by that?
when it comes to the dating world
Ah,
and women or perspective of women? Has it ever like clouded your judgment? Like, oh, dang, I do want that kind of vacation vibe. I want that. Or you always been like,
nah, always been me. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Again, I ain't a big social media guy anyway. Like, I don't post a lot. This is probably the most social thing I do, as far as like constantly showing people or posting something.
Yeah, social
Yeah,
media.
I was about to say, like, before we started the podcast, like, I don't know when the last time I posted a picture or something.
Facts.
So
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, for me, I've kind of always been the same way. I'm to this day, I'm a super private person. Other than this, like I said, but you know, as God been, you know, revealing our purpose, that's what He do. You know, He'll make us get more open. But yeah, for me, man, the last bonus tip that I want to give, to everybody watching out there is, we talked about it before, but being mindful about choosing your sexual partner. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's real important. This has been something that's been like heavy on my mind because there's been a lot of experiences, man, to where we got a lot of and the biggest consequence to choosing a wrong sexual partner is that you will have a child by somebody that you don't want to be with. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's super important, man. And that's been the saddest thing because I know people personally who've been going through that, and I see the pain that they deal with, and I see it all the time. That's one of the things I hate seeing on social media is parents who are not together because they made the wrong decision. But it also sometimes accidents happen, so I get that. But yeah, man, y'all got to be more. We have to be more responsible because I'm taking self accountability too, man. Because I dealt with that before in the past, you know, to where you'll choose your sexual partner on the lust part of it. So, I'm just, because I had to separate myself from lust. And that's why one of the things I've been challenging myself to do is the semen retention and practicing celibacy. Because when you go long terms without sex, they make you forced to look at that person versus looking at their physical appearance, man. So I just feel like that's real important, man. Like, let's really start taking time to consider that. And specifically talking to the men, we really got to be the ones to separate from it because because this is the thing that we don't do when it comes to the bedroom is that we don't consider children. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that you should be thinking that, but it's like we think it's because we thinking about it just on some immature, prideful stuff. Pride is the devil. So we like, oh man, this another body I can add to my list. We always saying this another she'd be bad or this would be
notch on my belt.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, or this is the way to just get one off or something like that. But we never think about what would be the consequences if this was the mother of my child. So I encourage
and the saddest part is men do that because it's easier for them to leave. Like, again, a man could get a female pregnant and be gone, and she will have no way of getting in contact with him or something, or the child. A woman, she's stuck with that child. Like, no matter what, she's stuck with that child. So men feel like since the kid ain't coming out of me, it's easier for them just to disappear and leave and not be there. So yeah, that's the most dangerous and scary part is men knows that. Like, that's why we move like how we do, and we need to get better.
Woo! You killed it, bro. Cause you just threw the lob, so now I'm finna punch it, man. But you just killed it, bro. But the piggyback off of that, God put this on my heart so strongly too, to where I was looking forward to speaking to our audience about this. But man, you got to the men or the women, like you said, because we kind of talking to the women, like you said, because we so prideful to where we not considering a woman. What does the woman have to deal with if we make a mistake? You know what I'm saying? And they got to deal with that. But this is the thing I want to take some time to talk to the women about. If you watching this, when you choosing before you get in bed with that man, you got to look at how he operate in his everyday life. If you saying you want a man who live a fast lifestyle, 9 times out of 10, we talking about drug dealers. If we being honest, when they making their money, I'm finna go hurry up and make hit this lick or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then they be out of there. So their money is fast and it's coming and going. So one, he might not be financially stable, but then two, this is where it start get deeper at. Think about how if you want a man who live a fast lifestyle, think to yourself, how fast will he get into that bedroom with you, and how fast will he get out of that bedroom? You know what I'm saying? Because we know that, like you just said, a lot of times they don't stick around long enough. So then on top of that, if he got out of that bedroom fast enough, think about how fast he'll get out of your life. You know what I mean? After that. But then the saddest part is he was moving. Look at all of those steps. He was moving so fast in his life to where he was moving so fast, but he didn't realize that he made a mistake in the bedroom. And now you left to deal with some, you know what I'm saying, that you shouldn't have to. So that's one of the things we just want to talk to the men about, just how to be more patient in your life, separate yourself from lust, really practice semen retention and stuff like that. Because we talking to the men and putting pressure on the men because we create a lot of bad narratives on men, because the reason why they say niggas ain't, you know what I mean, niggas ain't it or kings ain't it, is because, we operate like that. But it's a 50-50 thing too, you know what I mean? But I feel like we the leaders, like we take accountability for that. So we just wanted to give y'all that perspective. So take some time to digest this word, and yeah, man, because I feel like it's gonna get more powerful. We also about to start having guests. You know, this will be the last episode when it's just us. You know what I'm saying? So we looking forward to the guest time, but I want to take this time to pull out my Kennel Vlog. You know, if this your first time coming to this podcast, if you want to join the podcast, you know, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below. You know, if you watch this episode, whether you like the sports segment, anything that we talked about, you know, give us some tips on how we can do better. You know, something y'all want to hear from us.
Yeah, like anything I want to put in the comments, what we should talk about next, because we'll have a music section. Because who the hell listens to the Beatles? Like,
dog, you crazy,
bro. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, the Beatles.
Who listens to the Beatles? So that's crazy. That we got to talk about that.
That music segment is. I
swear to God, if someone say Elvis is in their top 10.
Oh, bro, that's good, man. But yeah, so yeah, we definitely gonna start bringing that, because we want to tap in with the culture, man. Like, we don't want to just be so we want to be an all-around podcast where you can get your mental, your spiritual, but you know, we want to make it fun and interesting and lighthearted sometimes. Again,
this is a lifestyle. You know, we're not just working on ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We also, you know, we have jokes. We're human beings.
Yeah.
You know, we like watching sports, getting, you know, different stuff, fashion, music, entertainment, like all that, different things. And we're gonna get on top of all of it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, episode 3, man. We appreciate y'all staying tuned in, especially to the people who listen all the way from the front to the end, man. We really pay attention to stuff like that. We pay attention to the people who comment too, and we gonna start doing something special for our consistent subscribers and our consistent followers and supporters, man. So as of right now, where are we at with subscribers? YouTube.
We're at 95.
95. Ooh, so as of right now, episode 3, we had 95 subscribers, 1.7K views, and 27 watch hours, man. So help us get to 100 subscribers, man. 5 more people who might have watched this episode. And if you feel like this episode touched your mind, your heart, or your spirit, or your emotions, you know what I'm saying, subscribe, tap in with us, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all of that, man. So yeah, bro, I loved it, man. Anything you got?
I loved it too.
Yeah, man. So if y'all think y'all like it, I promise you gonna love it. So, you know, my name is Marquise Voss.
I'm Keon.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
No.
Running out of love. Running out of love to give. Yeah. They know I got it, so they got it too. They say if you don't feed your dogs, then they'll start biting you. I seen them sneak dissing, but I ignored it and just